Deborah leads God's people. Triumph of faith and courage. In the land of Canaan, a period of tumultuous times had befallen the Israelites. They had strayed from God's ways, and as a consequence, they found themselves oppressed by the Canaanites, a formidable enemy. The once flourishing fields of Israel now lay marred by the presence of the oppressive Canaanite forces, and the Israelite families toiled under the watchful eyes of their oppressors. For the Israelites, it was a time of despair, marked by the longing for liberation from their bondage. The Canaanite chariots, symbols of their military might, patrolled the land relentlessly. These iron chariots had become an embodiment of the Israelites' helplessness in the face of their oppressors. The Israelites, once a proud and prosperous people, now found themselves subjugated and downtrodden, their faith in God's promises tested to the limit. In the midst of this darkness, there emerged a beacon of hope, Deborah, a prophetess and judge chosen by God to lead his people back to the path of righteousness. Deborah was unlike any other. She possessed wisdom and spiritual strength that set her apart. Often, she would hold counsel beneath a sturdy palm tree, a place where the Israelites sought her guidance and solace in their darkest hours. Deborah's presence was a symbol of hope for the Israelites. She carried with her an aura of divinity, and the atmosphere around her was imbued with a sense of reverence. The Israelites believed that she held a direct connection to God, and it was to her they turned for guidance and reassurance. One day, the sound of trumpets echoed through the Israelite encampment, announcing a gathering. The Israelites, a mix of desperation and hope on their faces, flocked to Deborah. They believed that she held the key to their liberation, that her connection to God would pave the way for their redemption. It was during this gathering that God's call came, not to Deborah alone, but also to Barak, a valiant warrior known for his courage and unwavering devotion to God. Barak knelt in prayer, seeking guidance and strength for the task that lay ahead. It was a task of monumental significance, one that would require not just his bravery but also divine intervention. In a moment of divine intervention, the presence of God manifested as a brilliant light, illuminating the gathering. The divine voice resonated with authority, commanding Barak to lead the Israelite army against their oppressors, the Canaanites. Barak's face, as he received this divine command, was a mix of awe and the profound weight of the responsibility that had been bestowed upon him. He understood that this mission was not his alone. It was God's will that he lead his people to victory and redemption. The Israelite camp buzzed with activity in the days that followed. Men and women worked tirelessly, preparing for the impending conflict. Soldiers donned their armor, tested their weapons, and sharpened their swords. Amidst this preparation, Deborah moved among them, offering words of encouragement and guidance. Her presence was a source of strength, a reminder to the Israelites that they were not alone in this battle. God was with them. The Israelite army, its banners held high, gathered on the plains, ready to face the Canaanite forces. The battle was fierce, fought at the strategic location of Mount Tabor. Barak led his warriors with unwavering determination, clashing swords with the enemy. The battlefield echoed with the sounds of combat, with thundering hooves and the clash of weapons filling the air. Then, in a moment of divine intervention, God sent a sudden downpour that flooded the battlefield. The Canaanite forces, their chariots mired in mud, found themselves disoriented and defeated. Victory belonged to the Israelites. The Canaanite army, once so imposing, fled in disarray, leaving their chariots abandoned in the quagmire. The Israelite warriors, their faces a mix of exhaustion and triumph, stood tall. Liberation had come. The divine intervention, combined with the bravery and determination of the Israelite army, had shattered the oppressive yoke of the Canaanites. It was a moment of profound significance, one that marked the beginning of a new era for the Israelites. Deborah, a symbol of God's guidance and leadership, stood among them. Her wisdom and unwavering faith had been instrumental in this triumph. The liberated Israelites offered gratitude and praise to God, recognizing that it was through faith, courage, and righteous leadership that they had overcome their oppressors. The legacy of Deborah endures as a beacon of hope and an example of the strength that comes from aligning oneself with God's purpose. Her story serves as a timeless reminder that, with faith and courage, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. Through her leadership, the Israelites found their way back to righteousness, and in doing so, they reclaimed their freedom. The story of Deborah and Barak stands as a testament to the power of faith and the transformative impact of divine intervention in the face of adversity.